Hello and welcome back to Making of Merle, a let's make of the character Merle for the Kickstarter video game Grey Skies, Dark Waters. She is an 11-year-old girl who we've been modeling in ZBrush so far, and the last session we had a bit of a crash while detailing the hat, and we did lose some progress for a nano mesh hat fill, but I've been thinking, and I think that was the wrong way to go from the start. I don't want to make the hat based on a topology so much as a UV, since surface textures they just work better as a UV method. So let's get right on started with giving this UVs, and then we're gonna use the surface noise to give it that hat texture I was trying to create with the nano mesh. So in order to make UVs, the first thing I want to do is make a copy of this subtool and work on the copy. For this copy, I'm going to go ahead and go to polygroups, group by normals, and only take the inside of this, the delete hidden, display properties flip. That might have been a bit too much, actually. I think I'm actually going to stick with this. I wanted to go with the inside just to get it looking out a bit, but I think it's going to be better if I use the outside shell and then use surface properties on this. So I've subdivided this now. Oh my goodness. And now let's go into the Z plugin. UV master on wrap. Let's flatten this, see what it looks like. Delete higher. Flatten. That looks good. Flatten. Actually, I'm going to flatten this, and just to get a uniform kind of direction on everything, I'm going to rotate this. Turn off X symmetry. Scale this down a bit. And now unflatten. So let's see here. Got it right here. Now let's switch to surface noise. Where's my noise plug? Here we go. I want to use some. Let's see. First, I need to. Let's just cancel out of this. Cancel out of this. Do a quick save. Since ZBrush is a little unstable with the noisemaker as well, unfortunately. So I'm going to actually start off with one of these noisemakers from the Lightbox, just so I can have a bit of a pattern from the outset. Here we go. That's definitely a pattern, and that is also a pattern. Let's see if we can find a pattern. This is looking a bit like the pattern that I was working with. No, I definitely want to go with a 3 UV projection. Okay. And that is already giving a much nicer kind of stitched effect, much nicer than what we were getting from the nano mesh. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this over to this side for now, just so we can work on this. Have a full frame here. Now let's see here, we've got this as an alpha. I see how it is. So let's see if there's any, let's see if we have any alphas in the Google Drive. Resources, alphas, ZBrush. Sometimes I happen to have some which work pretty well, maybe some weave, and take the noise scale down. Alpha scale down. That could be interesting. Let's try different alpha. Leave 2. Nope. Nope. I keep on selecting weave 2 for some reason. Let's try weave 1. Oh, they are the same. Weave. That looks exactly like what is happening in the picture right here. We've got these larger areas and then smaller areas. Now all I want to do is kind of take the strength the other way. Let's see here. actually, that's pretty funny because the reason it's giving us these areas in the middle is because that's where it's playing out, because this seems to be more of an oriented drag alpha, which is a little ironic. Let's see, what can we get here? Turn off the. Let's see if we turn off color. What we could do is actually switch. Let's take the alpha scale a little lower, like that. And then if we do an alpha to mask and invert that mask, it should come back. Okay. There it is. Yep, I like that size. I'm gonna go with this. So now I've got it as a noise. I'm gonna try mask by noise. Nope. Let's subdivide this. Mask by noise. Subdivide this some more. Mask by noise. Let's see if I turn it back on. Invert that mask. What happens if we inflate this? Yep, that is giving me exactly the kind of thing that I want. Mask by noise. Let's see if we blur this mask a bit. Or do I have my grow mask? I do not have grow mask here. There was a Z plugin which allows you to grow your mask in a way better than this grow mask here, because this here is only on the actual mesh. But anyway, I'm pretty much happy with this. I'm gonna go down and just inflate this entire thing up a little bit more. Divide that up again. And turn on dynamic subdiff with this. That is definitely looking very, very much more hat-like. I really like how this is working. Actually, let me see what happens if I turn on noise again. Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy that. So now I'm gonna just take this and see. Maybe if I turn off noise, it'll be faster. Nope. Let's just be my windows again. Here we go. Nope. Now it's going better again. It is really being very, very picky today. And I forgot to show an X symmetry, so I'm gonna make sure I have that. Give it a little bit of that bobble right here. And a bit more weight here. Kind of make it look nice and fluffy. I'm going to go mask by border. Is it masked? Ah, my border is very... I'm going to go down subdivision level and mask by border now. I'm going to another subdivision level, mask by border. Go up. Now I'm going to actually take these and pull them down a little bit just so that it feels like the hat has more weight to the cloth itself. Now I'll go down some subdivision levels. Let's see. Yeah. I think we can delete the original. Okay. And what this just needs, most definitely, is... see how and if I can get this to work, because I basically would like this to actually have some thickness to it, but I'm not quite sure how I'll do that yet. What, maybe, goodness, oh goodness, maybe if we kind of go down here, I'm going to actually use the projection since I haven't sculpted any fine details yet. 3 subdivision levels, then go into edge loop, turn off polish, take my thickness to 1, panel loops, get a little bit of a thickness. I'm actually going to go with inner, actually this, and relation to that, there we go. Now let us unfreeze the subdivision levels. yay, that actually worked really well. Sometimes free subdivision levels does exactly what you want it to do, and in this case it did. So we reprojected the points along the edge, and we even have a nice little border here, as well as polygroups. So if I turn on mask by polygroup here, and as well as my inflate brush, this should give me a nice little inflated edge. Let me smooth this out a little bit more. There we go. Get a nice little... Actually, what I'm going to go back, I want it to be a little bit more uniform, so I'm going to isolate this polygroup. Oh no, that's just the edge polygroup. Not the polyloop, but the polygroup, please, monsieur. Select rect. Okay, let's go to select this. I see these are two polygroups. I'm going to invert this and group these together just so that I can have one for the whole thing. Actually, never mind that. I enjoy that these are two polygroups. I'm going to take this one, take this here, and this here. I see what's happening. I'm going to take this polygroup, say auto groups, then like that, and group this inner polygroup with this polygroup. And now I'm just going to mask all this, unhide all, unmask that, turn off view mask, and kind of see what happens. Actually, I want to take my color as well, make it white because it's kind of annoying that it is so brown. And kind of see what happens if we inflate this a bit. And now polish, inflate, polish. That's giving it a really nice kind of like a border thing going on. Relax. Inflate it a bit more. Oh no, what happened there? I did not. What happened there? Oh, relax went down in the subdivision and therefore broke my mask, since my mask is very specific. Let's see, can I inflate again? Yes. Polish this out. Do a lot of polish. What's happening here? Smooth. I'm gonna go down some subdivision levels and just smooth this heavily. Some odd seam here, which I don't necessarily want since it's not going uniformly around the whole thing. Now I'm going to go back up in subdivision levels, smooth this as well. We can add the seams later, but I would prefer to be in control of where they are. Yeah. Kind of like how this is going, but it needs... I'm going to blur this mask a little bit and do another polish to get a bit of a smoother edge here. I'm going to go down and blur the mask more intensely just by tapping on the mesh and going down in the subdivision level. And I think I'm going to do it even heavier. Oh no, what happened? Rebuild my mask here by adding this and that. I just do that by control tapping on it. And go up in subdivision levels, Shift F. And let's just kind of try and smooth this. Polish my features maybe? Yeah. Okay. And I think that's adding the necessary frequency to the hat. Let's see if my mask is still on for the surface noise. Yes, it is. So theoretically, I could even add in more detail on a higher subdivision level. And I'm just going to keep this as is right now. Interesting. It seems that it's not going by the UV. Because I destroyed the UVs. So actually the noise is not going to be useful, but I think... Well, that's unfortunate. So I was really hoping that noise I would be able to take it back. So, worst case scenario, if I really do need more detail in here, well, I'm 90% sure I will need more detail. So I'm going to unmask this, split unmask. Make a duplicate of this subtool and only delete hidden. There you go, go up in subdivision level, go more up, add the noise back in, edit this noise, make it by UV. Nope. Cancel. Cancel. Flatten. Without subdivision levels. Delete higher. Flatten. No UVs exist for this model. That is so unfortunate. It seems like they got destroyed in the panel loose operation. And I do not have a copy, so what I'm going to do... this does not have a copy either for some reason. Oh, since that is the duplicate, yes. So this is the duplicate of my mesh, which I want to keep for now. I like how this turned out. It has the panel loops. And it seems that every time I come over here on my buttons, maybe. Nope, that's not it. So I'm going to go back on this mesh into back when I had the very high detail. Before I did this. Okay, go back into a higher detail level. And I just want to give it one more subdivision level to... Oh, God, fuck. Windows. I have to really figure out if there's any way to get that little white dot away from everything. It was buggering the hell out of me. This dot. Because it somehow comes when I'm kind of going over my tablet buttons. Maybe that is it. Maybe that's how it's being reactivated. Not sure. Something that I don't like even wasting the thoughts on, because that's something that just doesn't apply at all to my artistic process in any way. Anyway, I'm gonna go into, I've got another subdivision level, mask by noise. It's not high enough. One more, mask by noise. Yeah. And now it kind of inflate just a tiny bit. I'm gonna go in here and inflate this by 1. That's just giving me a lot more detail. And I'm gonna blur this now. And grow mask.
Now close your eyes and be prepared
Visibility.
for the end of eternity.
But that is already a lot more detail, so I think the rest will definitely be done in the texture. Looks a lot like a, I think one thing that's causing this hat to look so, how should I put it, helmet-like, is the silhouette around here on the edges. So I'm gonna move this in more and see, kind of try and ignore the inside of the hat and the inside of Alt-click. Take this down with subdivision levels. It is really tormenting me. That Windows. For some reason I can't seem to be flattening. Maybe I've got a mask. No. Do I have a mask by anything? No. Why am I not able to? Interesting.
In the 1960s, with Warren Taser looming.
Yeah, that's looking a lot more like a hat, and we'll just have to take the hair in, turn off, kind of move this in. Now let's check out that. The high part.
By freezing a human body with nitrogen-based gas, repairing it and reheating it through thyroid and pituitary augmentation, we were able to revive a recently deceased soldier, and in the process, improve them. Programmable.
I'm gonna add a little bit more seams in here now.
One that you can
Still
turn
not
on
happy with how this hat is looking. Move this in even further. Dude, this really should be real close to the head, I feel like. And it's unfortunate that I'm just making these decisions now because I've already done so much work. Oh no. And we'll have to reposition a lot of things, but it's just not speaking to me the way it is right now. And it's better to do it now than never at all. So there's that. Make this hat in general just much tighter on the head. Same with the back here. And I think that'll make it look a lot less like a helmet. Since that's one of the main things that has been bothering me, is just the strong helmet vibes I've been getting from the hat. Probably mean deleting a lot of the hair underneath the hat, but since she'll never be taking it off, that's absolutely fine. I'm totally okay with doing that. Just wanted to look good. Okay, yeah, this shape is looking a lot more hat-like. Really happy with the fact that I did go back and kind of work through it. I'm strongly disliking this right here. I'm going to actually take the smooth intensity down and just try and grab this, make it a bit more soft like it's going there, and even take it in a little bit more. There we go. Move this in even further. Yeah. I don't know how I didn't see that before, but I guess that's just one of those things that you kind of see when you look at something for a longer amount of time and start just concentrating on it. Yeah. Stick this up in subdivision level. Yeah. That is reading a lot better. A lot more hat-like. Take this hair in even further. So it's really like, you can really feel that elastic band pulling that hair into, because it would have been unnatural for it to be such a loose hat. It would have been really badly sewn if it had that sort of a quality to it. That sort of a quality to it. See if I can get a bit of a smoother edge here. Because now, basically what we need to do now is to recreate the inside of the hat from this updated model. Since I know the process I made, I think I'm just going to go right ahead and do that now. Even though it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but I think it was absolutely worth it with getting the better shape. I'm gonna just keep tweaking the shape a little tiny bit. And get that really worked out. It's one of the things where I wish I had caught this during blocking, because if I'd maybe just spent a little more time actually thinking about the shape of the hat during the blocking part, I would have caught the fact that it was reading much too helmet-like. But I guess that's what you guess you always need to keep learning, and that is just one of those things where really feel like it's important to just remember next time, more time blocking. You can never spend too much time doing the blocking phase, because it'll save you so many nerves later on. There we go. Move these inside even further. Continually making that hat tight on the skull. And that's something that, especially when working with a lot of different layers, it's nice to kind of try, like, the temptation is to try and give every layer enough breathing room so that it's not interpenetrating, but the fact is that hair can be squished down to like a couple millimeters thickness. And, well, if that's the shape it has, then no matter how you try to kind of like model it differently, you're just going to get a little, like, not the right kind of shapes out of it. And those are really what matter a lot more than interpenetration, is making sure that these shapes are reading correctly. So I'm going to come in with a standard brush and now actually kind of make it a little more poofy so that the elastic is really pulling in on her forehead, making sure that hat is nice, tight, snug. Yeah, it's really reading the shape of her head is reading a lot better, in my opinion. I'm gonna actually take this hair and kind of make it look like it's kind of like when you push down on one side of the fabric, the other side goes up. So this hair is like rebelling and reveling in freedom from the hat when as it's finally kind of coming out of there. That's a bit of a very rebellious strand. Doesn't have to revel that much. Let's try to get that right here. Get this here. Kind of working back and forth, always adjusting a little bit more of the hair, adjusting a little bit more of the hat, getting them to read together so that they look like they're existing in the same space and not just because the hair is copy pasted from another character, so there's that too, but these are both coming from the same place. Right here it seems like the hair's actually not far out, not this side. Let's see if I can take this part of the hat in even further. Well, no, because this is where the gravity of the puffballs is coming into play. And these are actually pretty heavy, I think. Good. Make sure that it looks correct from the front, because it wouldn't make sense for the hair to just... Actually, it kind of would, since her jacket is on top of here, so I think this is alright. Okay, now that I am absolutely sure this is the shape of the hat I want, I'm gonna go ahead and freeze subdivision levels.
Haven't you heard about the human army?
And then do my panel loops again on freeze subdivision levels. Please work! Projection in progress! Oh, I should have saved. But I think it'll be alright.
They want the world all for themselves. We don't have to share it.
I hope it might drop a couple frames here. My voice might get a little choppy, but it'll be fine. I promise it'll work.
Yes, it worked! Here we go. It worked. It absolutely worked. Hooray, huzzah, glory, hallelujah, praise the sun. It worked. It worked. This is great. Okay, I'm gonna mask all this. Invert my mask. Do the same sort of an inflate process. Ooh, I'm actually kind of enjoying some of that noise there. Oh, the polish. Oh, the polish. But yeah, in general, definitely much happier with how this hat shape is looking. I'm gonna add a tiny more polish. I should go down subdivision levels and polish and inflate it here a bit more. Just to get that border looking perfect. Smoothing it out. Smooth, 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 smooth. Though I did like that noise. Let's see if I can get that in the higher. Debating, 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 debating. Let's see. Inflate. Blur that mask.
Haven't you heard about the human army coming out of hiding, hunting us down?
Polish. Maybe some clay polish would be the right application. No, that didn't help. Smooth. Polish. Alright, well, I guess that's pretty alright with that. Polish it even more. And most of this will go ahead and fix up in the actual... yeah, it looks kind of like this string is actually coming out here, which is a really happy accident. I'm gonna go in here and kind of go into the rope and adjust this side here. And make that coming directly out of that edge here. Let's see if I can... Are these separate? No, they are not separate. Are they probably? No. That's fine. I am happy with this now. Now I am finally happy with this. It's looking a lot more like a heart. Yeah. See what it looks like with the pop balls, since those are a pretty important part of the... Yeah, okay. Let me just see if I can adjust this. Or maybe, something I'm doing today is just attracting that Windows bug. I think it's a Windows bug. I mean, maybe that's a feature and I just don't know how to use it. I really wish it wasn't so annoying though. Seems like something is not symmetrical here. So what happens if I do a mirror and weld? Oh shit, this is gonna take forever. Well, it's gotten a lot wider somehow, but maybe that's a good thing. Seems like this is just not wide in the middle. I'm gonna try and pull this a bit manually. Probably when I was adjusting it. Kind of smooth this out here. Or go even further down. I want to just edit the base shape. Take that like this. See what this looks like with a higher subdivision level. Take my hair in too. Flatten this out a bit. Yeah. Move this inside. There we go. I'm gonna go low and make sure this is just very, very low. Wow, it's amazing how many subdivision levels this hat has. Just completely take out this loop. I think that was a mistake. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I like it. I still have a little bit of that seam in there, but it's not as obtrusive. I'm gonna use my move topologic to move the inside of the hat underneath the actual hat. Yeah, now move all these naughty hairs out of the way. Yeah, I like that. That is what I call hat hair. Oh goodness, she will... it actually does look a lot like hat hair, so I suppose that is successful. I'm gonna turn off my football standards, see how that looks. Let's see if I can evaluate it with a sweater. B, preferably a jacket. Yeah, it's looking a lot more organic, a lot more realistic. Now I got a little too. I've got more detailed than I originally intended, especially with the surface, with the surface noise. So I probably won't be visiting the hat for a while, but I think it turned out alright. Maybe I will be visiting again because I'm not completely happy with it. It's something's kind of bugging me, and just I think the way that I sculpted a lot of this. I'm gonna try and smooth this out, see if I can get a little bit of that rigid shape gone. I think that crease down the middle was a mistake. Should definitely not have done that. See if I can pull it out without losing too much detail. Yeah, I lost a lot of detail there, but that might have been the fact that I took the inside with me. Do that. And go back to the brush and do only topological. Let's just go back up. Go back down. Smooth it out really carefully. See how that looks? Okay. Okay. You know what? I think I'm just gonna have to be happy with that. Watch, in the end I'll just get frustrated and sculpt the entire hat from start again. Since the puffball is a little asymmetrical still, I think I have to just... Okay, okay, okay. That looks good enough. I'll turn the intensity. I'm trying to accentuate this seam a little bit, make it look less blobby. That's the problem when you just drag things around too much, is the blobs. The blobs get aggressive. There are blobs. I don't know how much I can do to fix that at this point, but all I can do is kind of try and make it look like there's kind of where they're supposed to be. Maybe I should have generated a mask from the different blobs. Do I like that? It's giving it a little bit more structure, but at the cost of maybe looking a little more artificial. Because we have a little bit of this bumpiness going on. I'm trying to get a little, kind of that structure in here. And get that more defined. Yeah. I think that is actually helping a bit just to get the structure, but I notice that I'm kind of losing myself too. I'm getting too absorbed in detail, so I can't keep doing this for too long, otherwise the model will suffer. BFS? Form Softest, that's what I want. Form Soft is a great brush when cleaning up your model and kind of trying to recover from mistakes like I am right now, just because it will deform the mesh but keeps a lot of the details, so it's really kind of just softly like adjusting shape BFS to get it looking correctly. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Gonna just adjust this hair a little bit and then evaluate what we have, so see where we're gonna go from here. I want it to be poofy here, so I'm going to turn on my AccuCurve. And Form Soft, great for sculpting airplanes too. You make it look like that hair is just dying to escape. That's a bit too much. There we go. I think in a second I'm just gonna have to say, hey David, that is it for this session. Just kind of adjusting, sculpting. I'm gonna, I think something that could help kind of take attention away from the blobbiness of these things, which is kind of peeving me the fuck out, is maybe adding this tag right here. So I'm gonna go down in subdivision levels, do a quick save because I don't want to lose more information. Progress, basically. I see progress as information. There we go. Let's see if we can actually go into a lower subdivision level here. Make sure X symmetry is on. Do I have it inside? Yes, I do. Good. Good. Everything's good. See if I can get a bit of a flat area here first. I'm gonna get a mask. Kind of mask out this right here. Get it nice and sharp looking. Because I'm working on this tag here. It's probably that kind of a detail which could really kind of push this into that level of realism I'm really trying to get it into. There we go. And I'm gonna make that, invert that, flatten this out. Because underneath the tag I want it to be real flat so that it has the correct kind of sewing space. Kind of take the standard brush just to break up this structure. Since it's just something about the structure is not reading correctly artistically. I'm gonna add a bit more. I'm gonna go into a higher subdivision level, and I like how it has that. I have one more subdivision level of detail, which can then be baked, and just add this kind of Damien standard typical seam around it. Nice. Now I'm going to invert this and actually extract this, see what happens. Oh, way too thick. Now I'm going to do double, just do regular thickness, make sure there's nothing on the inside by isolating. I knew it. It's going to be a little tough, but I think I can if I just tap on this using my... Nope. Well, what I can do is definitely just isolate this, mask this out, and now I have it only on the outside, which is the desirable effect. Go in here, extract this with a low thickness. Ooh, way too sharp. I'm gonna actually see how much I can go in and sharpen this mask. Yeah. Okay, so I think I have found one of the definite causes of the Windows thing is when I, maybe if I'm working in here? No, now it's not doing it. I want to know. I'm gonna use the, not a different mask brush for this, which is the mask curve. Just get a really nice sharp edge here. Add that to the mask. And what you can do is actually kind of twist this by pressing Alt, just tapping it, and now I just inverted it. Oops. Well, that was not what I wanted. There we go. Spacebar to kind of drag it around. Not what I was going for. Let's see if I can get a little bit more. There. Perfect. Now, same thing here. Get it just real, like, I want this to be crisp. I want it to be crisp. I want it to be super duper crisp. There we go. Invert this, and let's see what happens if we go ahead and extract this. Yes, that is much more the shape I'm going for. I'm actually going to go and hit accept. Go down into this subtool here. It has done it double-sided, and I'm going to see if I can just, I'm gonna go ahead and just ZBrush this. Really low polygon count, ZBrush of that. Just to kind of get a base topology, smooth it out. Whoops, I forgot to turn on my X symmetry, so ZBrush is didn't remesh it symmetrically, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that again. Okay, I'm going to turn off adaptive. See if that gets me a better result. It has slightly better result. I'm gonna get my clip curve brush, skip this node until next start, kind of clip this into the shape I am looking for, and move this, turn on AccuCurve. It is on. Get a really sharp edge here, because since this is like the contrast material, I really want it to be hard and cutting and kind of really giving that difference to all this soft blobby stuff. The eye needs a place where like it just looks like a giant soft blobby blob right now, this hat. And it just needs a hard area where your eye can just look at and be like, oh nice, there's this thing here. So I'm trying to really get that. I'm going to hit ZBrush one more time, see if it'll respect my topology. It has not. Might just, I mean, it's alright the way it is here. Would have of course been better with the topology brush. Let's see if I hit adapt. It's giving me a lot more edges, but not really what I want. Turn down to the absolute minimum. It's alright. My streamer is warning me that getting into the high CPU levels, that is just ZBrush. So we are now starting to get into the high poly parts of it. So basically get my move gizmo here by just tapping on the mesh. That puts the move gizmo right on that normal you tapped on. I'm going to move this back inside here, move this up and out. Kind of get this like a giant plastic blob on top of here. And again, I'm going to keep on clip brushing this, just because I really want to emphasize these hard corners, hard and defined corners. There we go, there we go, there we go. One more here. Okay, happy with that. I'm actually going to now group by normals. Group by normals again, and again, and again. Turn down my max angle. Fix my driver by tapping out of ZBrush. Group by normals. That definitely got me a little bit more. No, not quite, not quite. Let's see. What I think could help is I could use my select lasso and just tap on this edge, see if I can get that edge loop here, and do auto groups. Oh no! Why? No! No! Okay, that's the end of this session. If you enjoyed seeing me torture myself with this hat, give this video a like. If you thought that I'm just bitchy, complaining, salty little dude who wants some attention, give this video a dislike. I'll see you in the next session, and we'll see how much we have to resculpt. I'll see you next time.